as part of my floating head series, I will partially disclose this. I feel like they're like I'm not super into this stuff. Like I don't know, I'm not super duper into this stuff because I'm American. Like like I'm American, so I'm like a mutt. And people always give me like act like I'm being weird when I say I'm a mutt, but like I'm a mutt. Like what like mutts are like, it's not a purebred. It's not a purebred. You buy a mutt, that's not a purebred. A purebred is one thing or like maybe like two things. And that like I'm many different things. I would if I were like an animal, I would be one of the ones you get at the shelter because I'm a mutt. Like it makes sense. It's a good analogy. I hate that people give me added like I hate that people like think that I'm weird for saying that because I think it makes total sense. And I'm gonna keep saying it. But yeah, I'm a mutt. So and I don't want to like I don't know if I should like go into it because I feel like people get weird about this stuff, and I also feel like people like my whole experience like obviously like if you watch my channel like I have if you watch this channel I have a very like I don't do like I have a very like dysfunctional family system. um and there's like a lot of like really messed up people who like define themselves totally by this type of thing, and I just like have like a thing about it. Like I forgot what I was for the longest time. Like I remember when people started asking me like what I was, like my DNA, I had to like I like literally had like a brain freeze moment. I had to think like what language is my last name in, you know? And my real last name, not this one on here, but my real last name is in Italian. And it's like funny because the 23andMe thing, they just changed my results. So before, I will say like the most, like the top thing and the second top thing. But honestly, like I'm just like a little bit of everything, even Egyptian. So I was Arabic, 0.3% I was Arabic. I still think I'm Arabic because let me tell you, I'll tell you like the top thing that I am. So the top thing that I got was Naples, like southern Italy, like the number one, and after that is Sicily, but like the number one thing is Naples. And like this is all of the countries, so, and after that like most of the countries I think I look like if I were to be like a European country, like a lot of people tell me I look French. And it's interesting because I also got like they updated mine to have like the parts of Spain, like what do you call it, Aragon and stuff like that are right underneath France. And like so I got like little parts of Spain in mine. And people are always telling me I'm French, and those countries or whatever are like right underneath France, like directly. So maybe that's where that's from. But yeah, but so like my number one thing, I used to be 60% Italian, and they downgraded me to 50% Italian. Um, but it's mostly southern Italy, and I think I like for me personally, like even though people tell me I look French, I could see that. Like I think I look northern Italian because I have like southern Italian, but I'm like also mixed with like Western Europe and like a little bit like of Eastern Europe, like a little bit. So yeah, I think I if I were to pick like a part of Europe, I would probably look northern Italian. Although most northern Italian look more like Germanic because of the Vikings and stuff than I do. Like so I have like I'm like pale, but like I don't have like the lighter features and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but whatever. People tell me I look French. So number one thing is I got like mostly like Southern Italian, 50%. And that explains like so like by the heel of the boot, which is why I like stilettos probably. Um so yeah, it's like Southern Italian number one, and the top one was Naples. And then after that I got and then after that, after the Italian, I got English. And people ask me a lot. Another thing people ask me a lot, like people think I'm French, and I've gotten asked a lot if I'm Irish. So I will say, because so many people ask me if I'm Irish or like, or whatever, like, because I've been asked if I'm Irish so many times, which I can kind of see it, to be honest. Although, like, most of them are like, again, like with the lighter features, like the Northern Italians and stuff, than I do. Like, maybe I'm like a dark Irish. And that would explain because I think like dark Irish is like, I don't, like, is like mixed with like Spanish. or like with the Moors or whatever. So that would make sense because I did get Spanish, like a little bit, like less than 10%. But yeah, but I noticed that because the parts of Spain that I got were like right underneath France, and people are always telling me I'm French. I look French. So yeah. But yeah, so oh my gosh, I'm getting like a brain freeze. I don't know why. Like, I just think, like, I don't know. I feel like people, like, I don't define myself by this stuff, but, like, other people do. So it, like, makes me feel weird, like, talking about it. But yeah, so I got English. So, because I will say, because so many people have asked me if I'm Irish, I got 0% Irish. So yeah. And I also looked at my sister's, and she also got 0% Irish, or she got like 0.1% Irish or something like that. So to confirm, I'm not Irish. Not a chance I'm Irish. So yeah, just English and a little bit of like Scottish type of thing. But even the Scottish stuff, like the Scottish I kind of got from my sisters. Like it didn't show up in mine, it showed up in my sisters. And it was like less than 1% type of thing, or 1%, like it, but like if anything, if I'm like anything in like the United Kingdom area other than English, it would be Scottish, not Irish. So yeah, like that's what I'll say, because I don't know how much information people, because like I get like such, like people like get so like weird and stalkery. I don't know how much, like, and I'm not good at stalking at all, like, and I've tried. So I really don't know what you could do with this information. Like, just because I don't know, like, what you would be able to do with this information doesn't mean other people wouldn't. And they might, like, dig up stuff on me. So yeah. So, yeah, I don't, like, know how much I should share. But, like, that's what I will say. And I'm a proud Egyptian as well. So, as I've been saying, I'm Arabic. I'm Middle Eastern. I have been saying this, and I still believe it's like probably more, because I have like Southern Italian. Like that's number one is my Southern Italian stuff, and that is a boat ride away from North Africa. So I still think I'm like Egyptian. You know what I mean? Proud Egyptian. So yeah, that's my DNAs. That's my DNA.